There we go. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back for the second game of the day here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. It's the Station 6 Fire taking on the Chevy McIntyre Panthers here at the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Pictou Sports here on Ustream.tv. Sorry, we're a little bit late getting started here. We're a couple minutes into the warm-up, for which I do apologize. We just ran into a couple of minor technical issues as we were getting things rolling, but we're up, we're going now, and we are ready to go. For the Panthers, this is their second game of the day. They had some struggles in their opener, certainly, as they took on the Subway Northern Selects, a game that the Selects won by a score of 11-1. Looking to improve upon that, but they're going up against the defending provincial and Atlantic champions in the Station 6 Fire, so it certainly could be a tall task this afternoon. For the Panthers, it'll be the same lineup as we saw in game number one. The only exception, it'll be two new goalies getting a chance to show their stuff. Leah Rose Okoyen and Emma Sustrong will get into the game for the Panthers. For the Fire, a lot of returning firepower, including arguably one of the best goaltenders in this league, Amelia Awad. She was a big part of the success of the Fire last season, going all the way to the SO Cup in Sudbury. The Panthers in the same cream jerseys with the black on the arms, the black numbers with red piping and the Panther logo across the front. The Fire are in their yellow jerseys with the black stripe through the middle and the yellow or gold numbers on the back as well. You look at this Fire lineup, and some of the name bands still represent players from last season, but a lot of those name bands actually match the players who are out there for this Fire team, including a player who's going to be a big part of how the Station 6 Fire season goes, that being number 10, Jill Duggan. She was a big leader in that team last year, expecting to fill a similar role again this season. Bobby Wilson, one of the defense, returning for another year. Kaylin Parker, another one who's back for another season. Emma Bradbury, in what is a pretty strong Station 6 Fire lineup. You look at how the field is sort of handicapped, I guess you could say, and you would say that if you were to handicap this field, you'd have to look at the Selects and the Fire. Last year's top two finishers, last year's two strongest teams by a pretty significant margin, likely to be the two teams who will be there again this year. As we get ready to go here, warm-ups have wrapped up, so it is time to get this game underway. The Station 6 Fire, based out of the Metro region, playing their home games last year at the RBC Center in Dartmouth, if I remember correctly. Or no, sorry, out of the BMO Center in Bedford last year, while it was the Penguins who played out of the RBC Center in Dartmouth last year. So the two metro area teams. The Panthers, of course, from Cape Breton. Really great to have the three of the four Nova Scotia-based teams in the league here today for these exhibition games, getting a chance to look at some of the players who will be a big part of this league this season. As your starting goaltenders, we mentioned who the 4 goalies were going to be. The starting goaltenders will be Awad for the Fire and O'Coin for the Panthers. Bobby Day Wilson playing as a forward this year. If memory serves, she played as a defenseman last year. She's out there up front with Duggan and Couture. On the back end, it's Cormier and Garden to start off, and Garden has the puck. She plays it forward, and back to get it will be one of the starting defensemen for the Panthers. Actually ends up giving her own goaltender a bit of a face wash inadvertently, that being Ludica. Ludica getting a start on the back end with Barrett, and up front it's the line of Bates with Jardine. And looking to get the third number on that line, that's Denny out there with him. There's a shot and a big save made by O'Coin here in the early going of this one. Fire threatening again. There's a shot and a goal. Jill Duggan, you'll hear that a lot this year. Goal scored by Jill Duggan, 25 seconds in. And much like we had a quick start for the Selects getting their first goal 2:48 in, the Fire went a step further as Duggan gets the goal just 25 seconds in, making it 1-0. I believe there will be an assist to Bradbury on that goal, as it was Bradbury out on that line with them. And here come the Fire again. Coming in there, Sullivan. Puck comes across to the near side. Boone pinches in. Throws it towards the net. That's steered out of danger by Kennedy. Now it's played back to the line for Boone. Down to the half wall, Bishop. That one steered away. And picking up will be Hiscock. Hiscock gets it out to center. Following up on the play, there's Cox. She'll send it in. Now holding is Robertson. She gets it ahead. O'Rourke, that was Bishop who left it for Sullivan. Now in behind the net, Bishop throws it out in front, or Sullivan threw it out in front, excuse me. And that ends up getting sent down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing with 1:19 gone. As mentioned, there are some name bars still on these jerseys for the Fire from last season. And so there are going to be a couple of times through this game where I might get thrown off by that, trying to learn the new names. I have them all written down in front of me, but that involves looking down at them. And if I see a name on the back of the jersey, I might inadvertently just read that. There's a shot, save, rebound, scored! No. O'Coin had possession of the puck for at least a moment, long enough that the referee blew it dead. She didn't have a great hold on that puck, but enough that it was blown dead before the puck dropped loose and put in the back of the net. So the Fire still only lead 1-0 here in the early going. There's a battle along the near side wall. Puck goes down for Syllaboy. Syllaboy plays it into the far side corner. Picked up by McNeil of the Fire. Played back, now kicked back down to McNeil. McNeil, another one of those returning players for this Fire team. Now it comes through to Steves. Down into the corner, McNeil going in after it, working against Leahy. Leahy will come out with it, trying to avoid the forecheck. Leahy trying to create space for herself, takes the puck right in front of her own net, dangerously so, but the puck ends up going to Kuhl right after that. Now to the line, still not out as it's kept in by Steves. Steves takes a bump, and now it comes out, and here's Brown chasing it down into the Fire zone. Throws it out in front, there's a shot, set, goal! Brown got the pass through to McKinnon, and McKinnon makes no mistake getting it past Awad at 2:22 of the first period. And it's now 1-1. Julia McKinnon with the goal. Brown with the hustle to chase the puck down, make the pass. And it is now 1-1. Coming around to the near side boards. Wilson, it ends up going through to Cormier. Cormier down into the corner. Duggan out in front. Puck bounces all the way back through to Cormier. Cormier with a shot. Trying to get a deflection, but not able to get that on target. But the Fire still pressing here. 3 minutes gone in the first period. Tied up at 1. Out to center. Couture plays it across to Cormier. Wilson couldn't get it into the zone. Now Cormier will back up with it. Plays it across to Garden. Garden's pass ahead gets deflected. Panthers with possession, trying to dump it back in was Bates, but it's knocked down. And now there's Bradbury, she'll dump it in and peel off for a change. Bishop gets the puck to Sullivan. Sullivan with the shot. Now a big collision between Bishop and McLean. And they're going to call an elbow on McLean with 3:40 gone here in period number 1. So the first penalty of the game goes to the Panthers. McLean goes off for the elbow, and it's power play number 1 for the Fire. Puck played to the line, held in momentarily, but then with the second effort, Jardine gets it out and down the ice. Back to get it there is Boone. Courtney Boone with the play over to Robertson. Robertson gets it ahead, and here comes Bishop. Bishop works her way through. Bishop in front! And Sullivan couldn't quite get a stick on it. Now Bishop again in the corner. Back to Boone. Boone couldn't handle the pass, and the Fire have to come back out and reset with 30 seconds gone in the man advantage. Here's Bishop. Bishop tees it up, and there's a save made by O'Coin, steering that one aside, and the Panthers get it out to center. Gathered up there by Kalenko, and it's sent down the length of the ice, but that'll be an icing call against the Fire. And then a bit of a spill there for the referee. She's okay, fortunately. She's laughing about it, so all is good. And we just got word from the judges. 10.0, 10.0, 10.0, 9.7, and 3.4 from the French judge. Not sure what that's about, but there's your scores on that latest dive. I kid, of course, I kid. 52 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Actually, that's an old Olympic reference if you want to go back far enough. Several years ago. Steve's in the corner, plays the puck back to the line for Parker. Parker gets the deflection as she put the puck right to the stick of McNeil. But O'Coin able to stay with it and make the save. 33 seconds left in the power play. Very nice save there by O'Coin. And just a quick reminder that these 3 games today and any games that get recorded throughout the course of the season, you'll be able to watch all of them back. We've created a YouTube channel specifically for games and highlights in the Nova Scotia Female Midget League this season. There's a shot by Wilson and a save made by O'Coin. So when you go to YouTube, search NSFMHL Games 2019-20, 2019-20, and you'll see throughout the course of the year, all of the games played that get recorded will get posted to the website or to the YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. And any scouts who might be watching, there are a lot of really good young female players here if you're looking to fill out your NCAA program, your CIS program. We're back to 5-on-5 here. It's worth giving these young ladies a look because there is a lot of talent here in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia in this league. There's a chance for the Fire as they work their way in. We are back to 5-on-5. Here's Wilson wrapping it around. Couldn't quite get the puck to go through to its intended target on net, but it did roll through to Duggan. Duggan then couldn't quite pull the trigger. With 8:54 left to go here in the first period, still looking for the tie-breaking goal. We've had one goal apiece. That came within the first 2 minutes and 22 seconds of the game. We've now played just about 7 full minutes, or just over 6 full minutes rather, and we're still tied at 1. There's a shot that's steered aside by Awad. Puck down into the corner for Bates. Bates behind the net, comes out, tries to jam it down the short side, but Awad able to hold the line. With 8:35 now left to go here in the opening frame. Panthers 1, Fire 1. Here in this Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League preseason action. Of course, more preseason hockey being played over in New Brunswick as well. 7 teams in the league this year. 4 of them based here in Nova Scotia, 3 in New Brunswick. You'll have the Edza East Rockets, the Edza West Reds, and the Fundy Nationals, along with the 4 Nova Scotia-based teams. They play a full interlocking schedule. And then, I believe because this is not a Canada Games year, we'll also have league playoffs as well as provincial playoffs. The provincial playoffs will determine who represents each province at Atlantics, and then the winner of Atlantics, of course, would go on to the SO Cup, where the league playoffs will go to determine the league champion. As the Panthers get some pressure going, play back to the line there for Ludica, now Barrett. That backhand shot goes wide. Puck picked up by Parker, and she's able to get it to the line. Now Awad has to steer aside another shot. And going back with it there, Sullivan plays it around to Parker at the far side. Puck comes towards the front of the net, and that's Kalenko who steers that one away and out of danger. Panthers get possession back. In they come. There's a shot. That goes up over the net. Coming back to get it there is McNeil, excuse me. Now Cormier, she'll play it around to the far side. Pass ahead, and it goes up to McNeil. McNeil dumps it into the Panther zone, follows up on the play herself, and also followed by Steves. Steves down into the corner, can't get control. It comes back to the line for Couture. Couture, her shot gets deflected up into the glass. Puck comes down for Brown. Brown plays it back around to the far side. Kuehl will be there to pick it up. She plays it ahead, gets to the line, and just out. And so with the delayed offside, that gives the Panthers a chance to get it back out to center. And then it's played to Cormier at the Fire blue line, turning it right back up the other way for McNeil. Here's McNeil cutting to the center of the ice. Too many cream-colored jerseys in the way. And now Brown will bring it out. Under 6 to go here in the first period, tied at 1. Down into the corner. Back to get it there is Couture. She plays it around to the near side wall. Wilson met immediately there by Jardine. Jardine and Wilson battle along the wall. Puck squirts loose, and out comes Duggan. Here's Duggan. She's got Wilson with her. Duggan and Wilson. Following up is Bradbury. Duggan takes the shot, and that ends up going wide. Puck sent back down below the goal line again. McLean back there to get it for the Panthers. Flip down the ice, and Boone will go back and pick up below her own goal line, plays it over, and gets it right back again. Boone ahead for Duggan. Here comes Jill Duggan. Duggan loses the puck as Denny comes back on the back check hard and creates the turnover. And now Denny will work her way up the other way. Here's Erin Denny. Denny still with the puck. Loses it as she goes behind the net. Got it back for a second, but then she was met by Boone. And now the Fire are able to get it back out to center ice. Dumped right back in again there by McLean, and back to pick up is Courtney Boone. She plays it near side for Sullivan. Or sorry, that's Robertson, excuse me. Robertson knocked down. Puck comes to the line for Barrett. Barrett tees it up. That one gets deflected up into the air, comes down into the crowd. And now Bishop couldn't clear the zone. Boone will. Tried to spring Bishop, but getting in the way of that one was Ludica. Now Cox. That pass goes off the skate of McKinnon, back into the Fire zone, and Boone will play it across to the near side for Kolenko. Kolenko's pass intercepted. There's a chance for Barrett, and the save made by Awad with 3:43 left to go here in period number 1, tied up at 1. Shots on goal right now actually favoring the Panthers 6-5, as we're seeing a very strong effort from this Chevy McIntyre Panther squad against the defending provincial and Atlantic champions, the Station 6 Fire. Of course, with any age group hockey, just because you're the defending champions doesn't necessarily mean a lot, but there's a goal as Leah Rose O'Coin has that one bounce through her. Sometimes you got to be lucky to be good, and there's a case where the Fire got a little bit of luck on that bounce to take the 2-1 lead. And I believe it's McNeil who got the goal. A pretty innocent looking shot, but it ends up getting through O'Coin. And you got to feel bad for O'Coin on that one, as McNeil was able to get that one in. Now here's Parker in her own zone, with the Fire now in the lead. That one comes in. It also goes through to the back wall. Puck bounces up into the air, gets to the blue line and out. And here comes a chance for Nichols. Nichols coming in on the breakaway. Nichols with the shot. Awad with the save, and she'll hang on for a face-off. 2:42 left to go here in this first period. Off of the draw, puck comes around to the near side. Cormier, she plays it ahead for Wilson. Wilson finds Duggan. Duggan up to Bradbury. Bradbury with the shot. Save made, rebound loose, and cleared away from danger there by McLean. Now in behind the net, Duggan gets to it, plays it to Bradbury. Bradbury in front for Wilson, and Wilson with the goal. 2 goals coming just a minute and 1 second apart have put the Fire in front now 3-1. Duggan with the goal, Wilson with the goal, Duggan and Bradbury with the assists on that one, making it 3-1. For both Duggan and Bradbury, that's their second points of the game. And we had 2 goals 1 minute and 1 second apart, making the score now 3-1 in favor of the Fire. Puck sent down into the Fire zone. Awad lets it go there for Couture. Now Wilson ahead for Bradbury. Bradbury, that pass a little bit behind Couture. Couture back to Wilson, or back to Bradbury rather. And Bradbury couldn't get a shot away as she was tied up by Kennedy. Now Kennedy chases it down behind her own net, plays it over. That one's knocked down by Robertson. Robertson in the corner. Sullivan coming in to help out. Sullivan tried to make a pass back. That was knocked down. 4 players battling along the wall. Now it comes out towards the front of the net and cleared to the line and out. Boone couldn't quite hold, but right back in again. Here comes Bishop. Bishop with the shot. And that one goes over the net but stays in play. Robertson ahead for Bishop. Here comes Bishop. Bishop all the way down below the goal line, gets the puck knocked away from her. Following up is Garden, but she can't get it. And out comes Denny. Here's Denny. Denny down into the corner, gives a bump. Awad goes down and Denny takes advantage and scores. Awad got bumped into by her own defenseman. Couldn't get herself back up and set in time, and Erin Denny takes advantage at 14:18 of this first period, and the Panthers are back to within 1. Erin Denny with the goal. I believe that may be I'm pretty sure that's an unassisted goal. And it is now 3-2. 42.4 seconds left to go here in the first period. And it is now a 3-2 scoreline. Lots of activity here in this one. Puck gets to the line and out, and here comes Denny again. Erin Denny trying to cut to the middle, trying to get through Parker, but Parker able to separate her from the puck with now 12 seconds left in the period. Fire looking to get it out of their zone. McNeil able to do so. Hustling back to get it is Ludica. And that will do it for period number 1 here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. After 15 minutes of play, the Station 6 Fire lead the Chevy McIntyre Panthers by a score of 3-2. Shots on goal in that period favor the Fire 9-7. So a much better start to the game for the Panthers than we saw in their first game earlier today against the Selects. As both teams at their respective benches going over systems and talking over what went well and what needs to be worked on as the game continues here. A reminder, we've still got one more game left to go later today. That will involve the Fire and the host team of this little event today, the Subway Northern Selects. Then we start heading towards the regular season, not that far away. And the regular season will start actually next weekend. And you can catch some of the games throughout the season here on Petter Pictou Sports through Ustream.tv. Make sure you stay up to date at the Facebook page of the league. You stay up to date at my Facebook page. You'll also be able to stay up to date at the Twitter accounts of both myself and the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League. And also check out the league website, where we will be posting a tentative broadcast schedule for Petter Pictou Sports at least. And if any other teams end up doing some broadcasting, we'll certainly get links to those up as well throughout the course of the season. Second period is now underway, and the Fire starting with some pressure, but now out comes Martinello. Martinello trying to work her way around the defenseman Cormier. Martinello forced down into the corner, Duggan comes back to help out, pokes the puck up the wall. It gets as far as Kuehl. Now it's played back out to center ice. Brown will dump it right back in again. Awad comes out of the net to play that puck. Wrapped around the boards. And the Fire are able to come out. That pass from Badbury, a little bit behind Duggan. Duggan tried to chase it down, but was knocked away from her by Brown. Now Duggan will bring it in across the line. Drop pass for the defense. There's a shot, save, rebound, scores! As Nia Garden Garden, at 1:11 of period number 2, able to finish off that play. There will be an assist to Duggan and an assist, I believe, as well, going to, I didn't catch which defenseman it was who took that initial shot. Cormier, thank you. I knew somebody would have caught it. That's the great thing about having a broadcast position that's in amongst the stands. You'll always get people to tell you if you're not sure on something. Sullivan dumps the puck in, wrapped around the boards, picked up by McLean. McLean works it as far as the line. Held in there by Robertson. Garden also in to help out as 4 players battle just inside the Panther blue line, nearing the 2-minute mark. Puck comes out with Bishop. Bishop takes the shot, deflection there, another nice save by O'Coin as Sullivan had a chance, but O'Coin able to get the pad out and block that one. Now Sullivan in the corner wins the battle. Has 3 Panther players around her. McNeil comes in to help out. Tried to play it towards the front of the net. O'Coin bats that one away. Now Sullivan trying to play it back to the point. Kind of fanned on it, and that'll allow Bates to come out. Here's Bates. She'll flip it down and then deliver a little bit of a hack on her way before she goes back to the bench for a change. Meanwhile, here's a long lead pass for Bishop. Bishop stops just inside the blue line and plays the puck into some empty ice. McNeil in after it hard. Bishop also right there. As the Fire are trying to get a change in, they are able to do so as Gregoire and Steeves come out onto the ice. Gregoire immediately right into the play, back checking hard, helps to force a turnover, and the Fire get the puck back out to neutral ice. Gregoire with it again, ahead for Steeves, or actually now that's Gregoire with it, excuse me. There's a shot that's steered aside by O'Coin. Puck comes to Jardine at the near wall. She plays it up. Wilson can't get a hold of it. Parker had it momentarily, but Cox takes it from her, and here comes Cox. 3:20 gone in period number 2. 4-2 the score in favor of the Fire. Now here comes Wilson. Bobby Wilson cutting through all the way down below the goal line, looking to get the puck out in front. She does. It gets through, but it gets through absolutely everybody, and winning the race to it is Leahy. Leahy has got a player with her. It's Hiscock, but Leahy can't get the pass through as Parker does a good job to force the turnover. Now coming back the other way, here's Duggan down into the corner. Jill Duggan cuts it to the middle, but the pass goes through everybody and Denny goes the other way. Great back and forth action here between the Fire and the Panthers here in the early stages of the second period. Back down into the corner, there's Kuehl. She'll play it around, picked up there by Brown. Brown gets it ahead to the line and out. Dumped back in again. Now it's back on the stick of Brown. Comes near side. Panthers look to work it up the near wall. They get it out to center. Waiting for it there was Couture. She gets it ahead to Bishop. Here's Bishop coming in. That shot gets deflected up over the glass by Brown and out of play. We'll get a stoppage with 10:31 left to go here in the second period, and we can confirm our first regular season broadcast will be on Saturday the 7th when the Penguins and Selects play here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. We will have that game for you here on Petter Pictou Sports through Ustream.tv. And again, any other teams that end up choosing to broadcast games throughout the course of the season, We will make sure they all get posted to the Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League website, so send that information in and we will make sure that it gets included. Here's Bates coming into the Fire zone. Bates tries a centering pass, that's broken up by Couture. Now Bates tries another centering pass, but that came in too high, nobody could handle it. Far side wall, played out to center ice, and going back to pick up there will be McLean. McLean, pass for Bates, partially broken up by Couture, but it ends up creating an offside against the Fire with 5:14 gone here in the second period. Still the 4-2 scoreline as it has been since the 1:11 mark of this period, with the goal by Nia Garden. Excuse me. Off of the draw, Steves gets the puck and dumps it down into the Panther zone. Barrett back to pick up there. Steves right on her right away with the hard forecheck. And now it's played back to the line for Boone. Boone with the shot. That gets blocked in front by Cox. Cox gets it out, heading the other way, but now Robertson will go back and pick it up in her own zone around for Boone. Boone has it taken from her by Cox, and the puck softly rolls in towards Awad. She'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. And it looks like we've got a delayed penalty coming up here. Waiting for the indication on that. No, it was a goaltender change is what we had. So Leah Rose O'Coin comes out, Emma Stustrong comes in a little bit before the midway point of the period. So O'Coin gives up 4 goals on 12 shots in her 20 minutes or so of playing time. And if I'm making an error on the name of this new goaltender, I do apologize. I'm going from the game sheet and what I could read. And again, I'm not trying to take a shot at the Panther coaching staff and their penmanship. I'm taking a shot at my own ability to read the Panther penmanship. Here's a pass back to Barrett. Barrett with the shot, that gets blocked, and the block deflects right up into the netting here above the glass at the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center. 8:25 left to go in period number 2. And we'll get the face-off just off to the right of goaltender Amelia Awad. Fire get the puck and get it right out to center as Bradbury battling hard there with Jardine. Now Parker has it at her own line, plays it as far as the red line, and Cool plays it right back the other way. Now here's Wilson for Duggan. Back to Wilson. Wilson with the shot, save made, steered aside. Now it comes to Duggan out in front. Bradbury, another save. And a couple nice saves made there by, again, I believe it's Emma Sustrong. If that is incorrect, please fill me in. There's the little chat bar off to the side. You can put that information in. And now we'll get the goaltender change for the Fire. As Awad comes out, she faced 7 shots, stopped 5 of them. And now in Lucy Phillips in goal for the Fire. So Phillips takes over. There's another save by Sustrong. As the Fire are pressuring here, up in this game 4-2. Cormier pinching in from the point, plays it down low for Sullivan. Sullivan battling there with McLean. As a couple of players end up going into the referee. We got an offside against the Fire. 7:24 left to go here in period number 2. And the face-off will be the near side dot just outside the Panther blue line. Panthers trailing in this one 4-2. Here's Denny with the puck. She has one of the 2 goals for the Panthers earlier in this game. She also scored the only goal. There's a shot, and what a goal by Mathilde Couture at 7:57 of the second period. Just as I was talking about the performance of Denny so far today, Couture goes top shelf just under the crossbar. A beautiful goal to make it 5-2. I believe there might be an assist there to Bishop and Garden as well. As again, we're not getting any of the goals announced here, so I'm just going best I can with what I've got. And of course with some help from the fans around me. That one misses the net, comes off the end boards. Boone picks up there. She'll play it ahead. Cox intercepts that, sends it back down into the corner. Wrapped around to the far side by Robertson. And that one held in. Now getting a bounce her way is Gregoire, and Gregoire able to bring it out to center. Brings it to Steves. Puck squirts loose, and it'll be picked up there by Martinello. Martinello gets it in across the blue line. Forechecking is Nichols, but the Fire able to use some D-to-D passes to get that puck loose, and now Steves will send it down into the Panther zone. Back to pick up is Ludica. Ludica plays it ahead. And icing is waved off as Parker gets to it just as it reaches the line. Parker, lead pass for Wilson. Here comes Wilson. Wilson gives to Duggan. She shoots and scores! Duggan, using the defenseman as a bit of a screen, makes it 6-2 at 10:20 of period number 2. Wilson and Parker with the assists on that one. As the Fire, not a lot of shots on goal, but have certainly taken advantage of the shots that they've had so far this afternoon. Here's Parker with the puck. Now it bounces through to Wilson. Wilson tries to get it ahead for Bradbury. It does get through to Bradbury. Here comes Bradbury with a shot, save, rebound. Wilson couldn't quite get on it in time as Brown did a good job of clearing that one out of danger. Now Wilson plays it out in front. That squirts all the way through to Parker at the line. Parker plays it down below the goal line. Kuehl plays it around there. And out come the Panthers. Just out to center, but then it's turned over to Duggan. Duggan plays it through to Garden. Garden gets it into the zone, and now it's right back out again. And then dumped right back in by Kolenko. Bit of a fan on the puck there. That allows Robertson to get it out in front for Bishop. Bishop has the puck bounce away from her, and it goes through to Bates. Bates will dump it into the Fire zone. Hustling back to get on it is Couture. Couture plays it ahead. Here's Bishop with it now. She sets it back up for Couture. Couture all the way down below the goal line. Around into the near side corner. Now she'll play it back to the line for Bishop. Bishop with the shot. That gets blocked. Puck comes to the near wall, and Couture will chase it down. Working against Jardine. A couple other players coming in as well, including Garden. And now it ends up, where does it end up? It ends up with Robertson, or Sullivan, excuse me. Sullivan takes a hit from behind there from McLean, and McLean should consider herself fortunate that the arm didn't go up on that one. And now another hit on Sullivan. As the physicality of this game picking up a little bit here in the late stages of the second period. This is supposed to be a no checking league. Now, there's a difference between no contact and no checking. Contact is you can ride your player into the boards with you. Checking is when you deliver a hit on a player. Steves dumps the puck in, and we've seen a few hits delivered here in the last couple of minutes. But nothing getting called in that regard. Here's Robertson with the puck. She plays it ahead to McNeil. McNeil tried to make a quick one-touch pass. That was broken up by Cox. And now down into the fire zone it goes. McNeil takes a little bit of a bump. Let's see, that kind of bump, that's not going to get called. That should never get called. That little bump there. But those hits that we saw down in the Panthers' end, those certainly could have, and I would argue should have, been called. Now again, I haven't gone through the referee training programs. I am not an official referee. I have not done the hours and hours and hours of work that it takes into getting certified as a referee. So take everything that I say with that boulder of salt in mind. Back to get the puck there in her own zone is Ludica. Here comes Ludica. She'll lead the rush for the Panthers. Ludica has the puck knocked off her stick momentarily by Boone. Chases it back and then sends it down low. Comes all the way around to the far wall. And Wilson will get the pass through to Bradbury. Bradbury trying to cut through the D. Too many cream-colored shirts in the way. And the puck bouncing around at center. Now Wilson will dump it in. 1:52 left to go here in period number 2. And the Fire leading it 6-2. There's Bishop. The name on the jersey says O'Rourke, but the name on of the player is Bishop. That's one of those ones where they haven't taken the old name bar off yet. There's shot, save, rebound, scores! As Denny gets her second of the game and third of the day, making it 6-3 with 1:30 left to go here in period number 2. And Erin Denny showing that she will be, as she has been, a very dangerous player for the Panthers this season. Off of the face-off. Parker tries to dump it in, kind of fans. And now we're going to get a penalty. As Cameron Leahy is going to go off for the body check. With 1:20 left to go here in period number 2, it'll be the second power play of the game for the Fire. This coming again at 13:20 of period number 2. Shot taken and Sustrong with the save. Just 6 seconds coming off of the clock. Back to Parker with the win of the draw for the Fire. Over to the near side for McNeil. She loses it, but Parker holds it in at the line. Her shot goes well wide, comes off the end boards, and there for that one was Kalenko. In behind the net, coming out with it is McNeil. McNeil takes a shot off the post, save, rebound, puck was still loose, but the referee blew it down. As we're going to have another penalty. Looks like we're going to have coincidental penalties here, as Brown and Steves are both going to go off. The indication is a slash and a rough. So coincidental penalties at 14-12, Steves for the slash. Brown for the rough.
5 on 4.
And it should remain 5 on 4. Or are they going to play it at 4 on 3? There we go. So it does remain 5 on 4. So even though those penalties are on the clock, they are coincidental penalties, and therefore those players will not be allowed on the ice when their penalties hit 0. And again, as part of the learning curve of being one of the guys in the penalty box, especially after an off season where sometimes things slip the memory a little bit. 28 seconds left to go here in the period. Fire on the power play, and the power play, if they do not score, will carry over into the third. There's Wilson. She tried to make a pass, that's broken up, but able to help recover was Couture. She'll dump it down into the Panther zone. 10 seconds left to go as the Panthers just try to weather this storm for the last few seconds. And they will do so. Shots on goal in the second period, 8-3 for the Fire. 2-period total, 17-10. And after 30 minutes of play, the score. Station 6 Fire lead the McIntyre Chevy Panthers 6-3. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Female Midget Hockey League action here on Pedro Pictou Sports through Ustream.tv.